Hi, I'm out in my garden this morning and I thought I'd give you a little tour. The sun is just come up, the birds are singing, and let's walk around. This is a Japanese maple, and I have this lovely Japanese sculpture beside it. This is a curly baby tree. It's in the wisteria family. A pyrus. This was beautiful and pink in the spring. Bird bath. Another big Japanese maple. This one was on the property when we moved here. A Japanese azalea. And the red one is also a Japanese azalea. We don't have this fountain set up yet. Another Japanese sculpture and a Japanese maple as well. This is a magnolia tree. It's almost finished now. So there's still work to be done in this bed. Some various things growing in here. Alliums and a native fuchsia. There's some little irises, mosses, a bellflower. Over here is where the work gets done. The gardening shed. This is my beautiful horse chestnut tree. It's a large specimen. Weeping birch. Now all of this in the back here, we've stripped out the grass and we're going to be planting micro clover. So way in the back I have my garden, raised garden beds as well. And this amazing big pine tree. It's grown so much since we moved here. There's a katsura tree. Some columnar birch. And a cedar. We have a border that goes around the perimeter of our yard. And this beautiful weeping willow is in my neighbor's yard. So I get the advantage of that as well. So back here I have a bunch of day lilies and some various perennials, lilies, an artichoke, hypericum berry bush. These pots is where we put our tomato plants. And in the back here we have a ginkgo tree. So I just absolutely adore ginkgo trees. The first time I actually saw a really large ginkgo tree was in Chicago, on Frank Lloyd Wright's house there in Oak Park. The poppy ready to bloom. Some grasses, a hydrangea, more grasses. Some of my perennials winter killed here, so I'm going to have to get some new ones. Over here is the camellia tree and part of the dry riverbed. So taking around the side here, I have heather and delphiniums. It's a bright euphorbia. The rhododendron behind it is finished now. So the dry riverbed. That's my studio over there. So I'm just going to come back around the bridge and we'll walk over the bridge. So there's lots of grasses around the dry riverbed. They get really, really large. So we put in all these pathways and rocks by hand. I pot up these green pots with some bright flowers on the path here. And on this side I have a sculpture and quite the mess here from the sequoia tree. Has to be cleaned up, but again, this is just an amazing specimen. It is very tall. So over on this side I have a herb pot growing and some hostas back here. Japanese maple. We started that just from a little sucker. And some clematis. And my bearded iris have just popped out. So aren't they gorgeous? Coral bells. This hydrangea is white. I'm not sure the variety. It might be an Annabelle. I have to look that up. Over here we have some tiger lilies. And a bit of whimsy. A little owl. This is a glass artist, Sabine, from Fireworks in Courtney, here on the island, and a few different varieties of peonies. Some are multiple blossoms and some are just single. Some ground cover, and back over here we have a sculpture of Tammy Hudgens from Gabriel Island. And this little fountain. A couple of ferns in the back. So this is where I relax, and I'll show you a better picture of the curly baby. Nice Gerber plant that I picked up recently. I have a couple pots outside my studio here, not potted up yet. And this is the door to my studio. And here we are, and this is the window I get to look out. And this is the window by my sink where I wash up. So I have a couple of views to take a look at my garden. Since I took the video yesterday, the peonies have come into bloom. Just magnificent. The petal count on these. This one's a different variety with that amazing yellow center. I hope you enjoyed that, and happy gardening.